Hey, yo, is this thing on? What's up? Welcome to the No Mongo Podcast, a weekly show about all things skateboarding. My name's Rick Beta, and I'm here to advise you, to just do the right thing. You've got this. Just push wisely. It's my sole purpose in life. That's why I'm here. You can follow along on social media at Rick Beta. That's RickBata. And you can always email the show 24/7, 365, nomongopodcast@gmail.com. So it's been a few weeks since I've had to update you on any Tony Hawk news. And actually with this recent one, I'm surprised that more skateboarding podcasts weren't talking about it. No one's talking about this. Like zero. It's like crickets. Totally shocked, actually. Only because Tony Hawk has since joined forces with the number one die-cast toy car maker in the world, right? You know where I'm going with this. Hot Wheels. Yeah, as soon as you heard die-cast toy maker, number one, Hot Wheels. We've all had them. I think I still have them. Or did I give them away? Maybe I'll give them to my son. I still have a couple of their treasure hunt models. I guess still those are hard to find. Like Targets, you got to go and the employees putting the box out because people just go through them. Like if you ever go to anywhere, like a Target, and you see the Hot Wheels section, it's usually just thrash because everyone comes in and buys them. It's like baseball cards these days. It's a common, well-known, household brand, right? So, but actually, and even if you haven't played with the toys, you know about them. That's where I'm going with this. So it's big. It's a huge brand. This we know. So teaming up with Hot Wheels is obviously huge. It's like huge. Seriously, though. Which brings me back to my original point. I'm so surprised more people aren't talking about this. Not in the streets, not on the interwebs. Crickets. Tony Hawk practically he posted on his IG, but it was very vague. He wasn't real specific about it, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to get into it. And I guess they're calling it Hot Wheels Skate. Okay? Makes sense, right? So yeah, Tony Hawk X Hot Wheels Skate, decided to go basically head to head, right? Against, the 800-pound gorilla in the room, right? Tech Deck. We all know about Tech Deck. Now you might say, big deal, Rick. I don't care. Another fingerboard ramp or some rails to do my fingerboard tricks on. Yawn. Move along now. Nothing to see here. There is actually one key thing here. A huge difference. And a huge potential missed opportunity as well, now I think about it. So more on that in a bit. So in addition to all of the, the setups, the quarter pipes, the crazy rails, that I saw in some of the images, Tony is including fingerboard shoes. That's right. Fingerboard shoes. And I was cracking up when I saw the first image with Tony rocking them. And in one of the articles that were released online, fingerboard shoes. Now, I think the last time I talked about fingerboards, was it episode 2? I thought I talked about it more than that, but first one I can think of was way back, episode 2. I was talking about fingerboard pros, fingerboards, so talked about how many legit fingerboard companies are out there too. It's a big business. It's serious. The industry is huge, okay? People are out there making a living doing this stuff is basically what I was saying. You could turn pro, you can get sponsored, I'm sure you can get flow, or you can, obviously make the boards and sell the boards. I personally, I suck at fingerboarding. I suck. Put me down for a blunt to fakie on any transition. I can do that now. You will not get an S on me. Hell no. You won't give me an S, I should say. Blunt to fakie. I've got those on lock, baby. I can finger ollie up like a ton of steps too. Actually, you know what? I just do that trick where you pop up the tail and rotate my hand all the way back and rest the board on my palms, simulating kind of what I would do in real life, right? That's what I do when I ollie so high. That actually makes me ollie up anything. I can ollie up a ton of steps. I can get from the kitchen floor to the kitchen table. Boom. Probably like 2 attempts. That's how much of a pop I have. Of course, I have to get up off the ground, right? Old man trying to do an ollie from the bottom up. But at least I have that for me, okay? So yeah, blunt to fakie, maybe a blunt slide down a handrail if I catch it right, What else? Maybe some grinds, on the half pipe. Yeah, I could do like Smith grinds, on the half pipe. That's about it. But I never thought about having shoes on my fingers. I just feel like they would make it actually way more difficult. Are they cup? or Volk. You know, I'm a Volk guy. If they're Volk, I mean, maybe I'll have a chance. I like the feel, I like the board feel. For here, I'd want the finger/board feel. But it turns out, you know, finger like shoes have been out for a while now. I wasn't aware of them. You know, I mean, you can even get some Nike SB ones online. I think they were like $35. I thought I saw it before I jumped on the mic. Some Ben & Jerry's ones. It's a real deal out there. Real deal. However, what's unique about Tony's ones is that they have little hooks on the bottom. And there are, I guess, little plastic pieces that you slide out, you know, if need be, depending on your skill level, okay? So if you're a G, you can just rock them with the plastic ones on. You're good, right? I don't need to take that off. But I guess the goal is if you're like kind of like a noob or someone like me, you slide the plastic piece off and to expose almost kind of like, I guess it would be a gorilla grip like feet, you know? Kind of wraps around. That's how it kind of folds over the fingerboard. But I'm not sure how that can make you a better fingerboarder, though. There's some pros out there that can fill me in. Like, is this a good idea or a bad idea? I really want to know. Because for me, I think it would probably be the opposite. You know, I mean, how do you do kickflips then? How do you do impossibles? How do you do 900s? I mean, that's how it was described and advertised on the Mattel website. So check it. Here's what they said. Tony Hawk and Hot Wheels Skate collide to create this scorching Birdman deck and matching fingerboard. Using Tony's personal router template, the deck is cut to the exact measurements he uses on its own boards. With matching fingerboard, you can ollie, heel flip, maybe even land a 900. Yeah, land a 900? Because if you can do that, we need to talk. Actually, you need to talk to a lot of people if you can do that. Actually, you and Tony need to talk if you can do a 900 on a fingerboard. Because you would need to get on his, Hot Wheels skate team stat. A 900 on a fingerboard? Is that like with or without rotating your whole body as well? I could probably twist around like, yeah, okay, here we go. So I'm on a half pipe. I still got the half pipe. I think it's behind me, kind of taken apart. So I go up. I do an ollie. Do you grab with fingerboard 900s? No, what I would do, I do ollie and then flip my board up, kind of tabletop, right? And it's resting in my palm. And then I spin around 900, holding it gently so it doesn't fall, right? And then go back down. So maybe I can do a 900. But don't put me down for like twisting my wrist around to do that one. I'm not that good, damn it. 900 on a fingerboard though? Please let me know if you can pull one off, okay? In fact, you know what? Video or it doesn't exist. I'm going to go hardcore. I'm not going to take your word for it. I need evidence like Rooney. Roll them old bones on over here. Let's see footage of your 900 on a fingerboard without rotating your body like I just said I would probably do. So I'd probably get a little dizzy, huh, doing that. Like, whoa. Maybe doing like a green screen. Just kind of edit me out. And, oh, damn, I'm giving away some secrets here. But I bet I could also pull off like a gorilla grip ollie, I need to buy the kit and find out. I need to check it out. I need to put shoes on my fingers as I'm looking at them right now. I need to put my money where my mouth is. Like, you want some of this? I'm talking with my fingers now. 2 shoes on. You want some of this, huh? I'll pull off a 1080. Yeah. 1080 when it's all said and done. Watch this. Goals, baby. Goals. Finger goals. 1080 on a fingerboard. I got you. Gary Rogers be talking about me, man. But in all seriousness, though, this is a huge deal. I mean, sure, it's Mattel, and some may say, yeah, really, Tony, another partnership? And to that, and I hope he doesn't mind me answering for him, yeah, another partnership. Here's why this deal is so important. First off, pull up your web browser, type in Tony Hawk Hot Wheels. I'll give you a second. Now scroll. Scroll down, scroll up, scroll around. Click on the videos, click on the news. Look at all those news sites and website publications that are talking about it. CNN, SI, Gizmodo, Forbes, the list goes on and on and on. They're all talking about it. Look at all of the attention it is getting. Think about how great it is for Mattel. Think about how great it is, which directly ties into the skate park project, which is the most important thing of this whole deal. And they had a bundle. Keyword, had a bundle option for it. Here's what they had. A Tony Hawk and Hot Wheels Wildfire Freestyle deck. That is a mouthful. And Fingerboard. So Tony Hawk, Wildfire deck, Fingerboard with the Birdman logo, Hot Wheel flames, a full-size deck cut to Tony's personal router template, and this was limited to just 100 boards. Each signed by Tony Hawk, comes in premium packaging. This is what they had as a bundle. Every purchase donates to Tony's charity, the Skate Park Project, and obviously its mission is to build skate parks in underprivileged areas around the world. We know this. We've seen this, where kids can experiment, persevere, and find community, right? That's what it's about. So I'm all for this. Hot Wheels skate. Has a nice ring to it, right? So that's why. That's why this is such a big deal. And all those boards were sold out when I finally got around to clicking on the site, right? It was like, what, $350 for that whole package. $350. And sure, I bet, there are many of them are true fans. And then others, that use the bots or whatever the hell. I know I've talked about this before. And they grabbed one. And, of course, they're going to try and flip them on eBay. And be, oh, yeah, 4 Gs. You got $4,000 for this one. It's all overpriced. Yes, I'm bitter because I'm still trying to get my original Grosso toy box, and the only one I could find is like $400. Because I'd want to skate it too. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to skate a $400 board, and I don't want to put up on the wall either. Anyway, little side rant. But either way, this collaboration helps out the cause, which is why I wanted to talk about it today. I mean, raise your hand. How many people want more skate parks in the world? Yeah, exactly. Even if you hate on skate parks, you should probably want more skate parks in the world because it keeps the sport alive. Keeps kids coming to it. Not a lot of people have these great rails around or curbs to skate. They need a skate park, even if you're not into it. Much like vert. Not everyone has a vert ramp nearby. But you can't hate on vert either. And the tough thing is, they're going head to head against Tech Deck. The king, the beast, puffing. They're pumping out their chest. What? We got you. We're gonna take you down, Tony. Your Fingerboard shoes. But it's larger than that. It's tied to the skate park project. It helps build skate parks. How can you hate on that? Time will only tell how these Fingerboard shoes will work out. Skate parks usually, if they're in the right spot and they're great, they'll last for a long time, maybe forever, right? Fingerboard shoes might come and go, who knows? But if you buy one, just know that you're helping the cause, even if they do collect dust on your bookshelf. I just think they make it look, they make it feel and look so awkward, though. However, as I mentioned earlier, there's still a key missed opportunity out there with this whole thing, this whole collab. One that I wouldn't be surprised if someone steals this idea and they lie about it and say, oh, Rick, no, actually, it was already in motion. See this this email, and you kind of cover up the date. Yeah, this is already in motion, man. And then they make tons of money off of it. So hear me out, okay? And don't laugh either. I'm being serious. Andy Anderson thumb helmets. Mind-blown emoji, right? Andy Anderson thumb helmets. Freaking genius, Rick. Wait. I'm patting myself on the back right now. Andy Anderson thumb helmets. Hell yeah! You know what? Throw in some Andy McDonald yellow thumb helmets as well, just to kind of give the consumer some options. What a brilliant idea. I'm talking to myself now. And you know me, I'm trying to keep it low-key and humble on here. Don't brag. But this one, I kind of have to brag, right? Gee, my brain hurts right now. I might not be able to finish the show. Brilliant idea. Andy Anderson thumb helmets. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, but Rick, the thumb is basically the arm when you're fingerboarding. Okay, let me do that. No, it's not. I'm looking at it right now. Don't tell me how my body should be when I finger ride. It's 2022. Don't you dare. Finger helmet. It'll work. Trust me on this one. And it doesn't have to stop there either. We could do some custom birdhouse X no Mongo hand tees. Oh, let's see. I'm looking at it now. So yeah, you can kind of cut it out. The feet there, the head. See the thumb helmet. Little no Mongo tees. Birdhouse no Mongo. Birdhouse would be on front, of course. And you can put no Mongo on the very, like a small little fraction of the bottom right. And you don't even have to pay me either. Let the proceeds all go to the skate park project. Let it all go. The possibilities are endless for this. Wait a minute, actually, did I just pitch to Tony Hawk live on this podcast? Probably not the first time. I'm sure it's come out before, right? Damn, I wish I would have worn a different shirt. Probably not wear flip-flops. Anyway. But I guess it's permanent. It's out there now. You know, there's no turning back right now. You guys have heard the pitch. You're going to steal it, run with it, make money. Just thank me somewhere down the road. You send me some of those shoes or helmets. A little No Mongo tee. Very similar to ones like nomongo.com. You just stuff like that. You guys know where to find me. And also, too, if anyone wants to sell me their signed, Birdman deck, the one they got for $350, let me know. I mean, I can't. It can't be some crazy markup either. Let's be serious here, guys. You're going to try and say $700. Nope. I'll give you $4 and free shipping. But I'll put a link to it in the notes below so you can see. It'll say sold out, $350. But I think the graphics look hot. Like, they look amazing. Hot as in, like, fire. You have to check out the pics of Tony with the fingerboard. Oh my gosh, I can't even say it. Fingerboard shoes on as well. Tony Hawk. Just think of it. It's Tony Hawk. The face of skateboarding, like one of the best to ever do it. He's got fingerboard shoes on. I mean, you won't see it on his IG though. At least I don't think so. I follow the guy. I don't think I've ever seen it on his IG. You got to find them. You got to look for them. They're out there. They did a bunch of, publicity images and pics, and everything was, I think it was July 27th, just got blasted to the world. We all saw it. But I found those in all Clume as well. So well done again, Mr. Hawk. Man, you never cease to amaze us. Fingerboard shoes. Has a nice ring to it. In addition to fingerboard helmets. So what about you? Are you going to get some of these fingerboard shoes? You're going to get in the fingerboard shoe game? I mean, if it's going to make you like a pro, maybe you should think about it, Little Gorilla Grip ollies. Let me know your thoughts. Nice water break. So next up, I want to shift to one of my, most passionate, subjects of all. It's always a hot topic for me. I'm talking about mental health. So inspired from, Stoops' latest issue, number 11, which I guess, in fact, it looks like it was this issue was coming off the heels of issue 10 when editor-in-chief Ebby Ghaffarian, I hope I said that right, had a piece simply titled Death. So this was, 10 was the death, and then 11, they just went all in on this. So, because that article, obviously, it spawned, issue 11, which is heavy, it's deep, it's much needed, for skateboarding and for just humanity in general, for, all of us. I'm just so glad more and more people are becoming more confident to talk about it. I mean, it doesn't make it any less awkward. That's the key thing. It's not any less awkward or uncomfortable. It'll always be that way for many of us. But people are getting more confident to talk about it. So they're, just one foot after the other, just making that stride, taking that, one day at a time, one conversation at a time, getting the word out there. With each practice swing, right? It gets easier, to use a golf or baseball analogy. That's at least how I feel. So with that being said, though, I was really impressed how well they did with this issue. I mean, I just started talking about it. Yeah, well-deserved golf claps for you guys. I mean, for one, I was just sucked in right from the start. As soon as I opened up, the first page just smacked me right in the face. Smiling image of Ben Ramers. It was a 2-page spread on the Ben Ramers Foundation. I just stared at Ben for a while. Just stare at it and just look at his smile. Just let my eyes I didn't try to hold back where my eyes want to go. I looked into his eyes, then back to his smile, and just kind of the way his head was cocked. I think it was cocked to the left, and he had a button-up shirt. I mean, it's just so tragic that he's no longer with us, but I mean, just look at his face, right? That smile, like I said, there's just so many questions, so many what ifs. And on the next page, the words, they had, it's okay to ask for help. And I know I've said that time and time again on this show. And just talking about it now reminds me of just kind of a quick popped in my head, quick thought. Last week when we showed, my kids, we showed them Miss Doubtfire for the first time. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, go watch it. And how amazing Robin Williams was. I mean, not only in just that movie, but in life. He was a crazy comedian. A TV show, Mork and Mindy, way back in the day. I watched that show on the air, Mork and Mindy, so long ago. But his stand-ups, his energy, yeah, sure, part of it, he was manic, on drugs, but he was hilarious, a true talent that we lost. He was amazing. And I get so worked up when I see him on screen now because he was so good. He was such an amazing and human and, and brilliant being. And no one really saw his death coming, not from all the smiles. So that's why when I saw Ben Ramer smile, it kind of reminded me of Robin Williams. Oh, my kids loved the movie, by the way. But my favorite role of his was in House of D. And if you haven't seen that movie yet, find it. I guarantee you will laugh and you will cry. Get tissues. Be ready. Robin Williams was amazing in it. Amazing. And it's such an underrated movie. Most of you are saying, House of D? I have no idea what the hell are you talking about, Rick. Never heard of that movie. It's very good. Very, very good. But back to Stoops. Those first 2 pages definitely set the tone. And then a few pages later, they had the table of contents. And I wrote all of them down. So on page 6, so check this out. So page 6 is the table of contents. Page 10 was first words by Ebby. I loved how open and honest he was there. So good. Page 12, the ones left behind. The effects of suicide and non-suicidees from Jeremy Cohen. That was amazing as well. Page 16, in brief with John Gardner. Coping when not on coping. And his article reminded me of just how much he's contributed to, mental health, awareness, all that, suicide awareness. And of course he has his documentaries, and I still haven't seen it. I've heard about it, but his Deep Rest mag. John is an amazing human as well. Much respect to John. Page 18, bipolar disorder, a metamorphosis from a diagnosis. And that was Yesenia Ramirez, who had words on that. Page 20, 2 pages later, depression. Depressed and repressed from Reggie Colvin. Great stuff there, Reggie. Page 52, breaking the cycle. A mama and her generational trauma from Megan Ahern. And then page 56, skating with schizophrenia. The road to normality needs Bondo. Yeah, I like that. From Jason Waters. And then they wrapped it up with page 58, Lucy Raymer's interview. We got to hear Lucy is working on a book, and also how she's spreading the awareness to change the verbiage from committed suicide to either lost to suicide or has taken their own life. And I like that. That's so true. I say committed suicide all the time. Did I just say that earlier for Robin Williams? I don't think I did. But I know I probably said it before, but I like that. Especially after she said the word commit. It kind of has a negative, connotation to it, like assumption on it. For example, like committing a crime, right? Taking their own life or lost to suicide does indeed sound, much, much better. And I like that she's trying to change that, which I wanted to help spread the awareness there. So, I know probably 99% of us right now say that, committed suicide. And I can't wait to check out her book as well. Put me down for a copy, Lucy. I'm definitely going to be buying it. In fact, maybe I should, reach out to her and see about getting, her on the show. I think that'd be so cool. I'd love to chat with her about that. Maybe after the book comes out or maybe even before the book comes out. We'll see. See what I'm saying? I wasn't joking when this issue was heavy. And it took me, because I was just busy, it took me all week to read it, but heavy, heavy stuff. But in all that, though, they do have some awesome skating and awesome imagery. And I wrote down one image, page 43. So if you have the issue number 11, open it up right now. Let's get on the same page here. No pun intended. I need to see a video of that trick. Because when you look closely, how in the hell did that board not get stuck? How did the nose get under? How did the tail clear the way? Or did he have magic feet and go from a nose grind to 5-0? And then how it kind of scoops underneath. but the pic caption says 50-50 hippie jump. But my brain is having a hard time processing that one. It's like, nope. It's like, how, dude? Eddie Belvedere, how did you do that? Or is it just angle? Have you seen it yet? Issue 11, go to page 43. Go buy it at a local skate shop if you haven't, or order it from them directly, however you can get it if you're outside of the, the areas that have them in the shops. Let's figure this one out together. Because seriously, how did you do that? How did the board not get stuck? But it just looks like such a tight space for the board to pass through. That's why I can't let it go. That's why I had to bring it up today. I need help. I need help with this. Can you help me out? Check it out and let me know what you think, And, of course, in the meantime, go to Ben Raymer's Foundation's website. Follow them on IG. Great info. Great, tons of resources. And as I said on page 2, it's always okay to ask for help, regardless of what it is. Like I just asked for help when looking for that video or proof of that video. But I second that, though. And I'm always here for you. I mean that. You know where to find me. I've got your back, and I know many of you got my back. And I appreciate that. And I love you guys. And I hope you never, ever forget that. Don't ever doubt it. So we'll all get through this together. Is it rough? Does it suck a lot? Just in general in life? Yes. It's part of the journey that it's taken me many, many years to accept. I'm like, okay. And I use the phrase all the time, everything happens for a reason. Because it does. Like so many things. And there's stuff that I could talk about on this podcast that I don't want to. That have happened like in the last just 6 months. And in hindsight, I'm like, damn. Wow. Yeah, there's a reason for it. Even on the bad stuff. But I know it's not easy, though. It's not easy. That's why we're all here. Got my arms open right now. Big group hug. And I'll talk to you guys next week. See ya.